Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for PSY-45 resource methods for Saturday, September 18th. And it's a little dark here because I'm recording this on Friday night. I always record these the day before, which I'm sure some of you have figured out by now, but I was kind of busy today, so I couldn't get to it until the evening. So apologies for the vampire effect here, if you will. First of all, part one of your paper, the final deadline for that submission is tonight at 11:59 p.m. So if you haven't turned it in yet, I know a few of you haven't, please do so soon. And remember, per course policies, there are some deductions for late submissions. It'll be 10% off for being late, and then it's 5% off for each additional 24-hour period after that. And when it hits 11:59 p.m. tonight, that's 72 hours from the original due date in time, so the submission area will close out. So again, please get it in if you haven't already, and I will post the scores and my comments and remarks about your submission soon, so keep an eye out for an announcement about that. I'll let you know as soon as that's done. Second thing here related to your paper is that the second part of your paper, the outline, you can start working ahead on that if you want to there. Please do incorporate any of the feedback or changes I suggested there from the first part of the paper, so as soon as you get that feedback, you'll know what that's all about there. And please do that. If there's any problem with your thesis statement, any problem with your references, any problem with the formatting or caliber of your references, please make sure that you do change what I recommend there. And it's pretty easy to do that based on the feedback I give you. I'm pretty thorough, as you'll see in the feedback, so please make sure you remedy any of those problems so you don't continue to lose points on the same mistakes again. Next item here is that the quiz and discussion for Chapter 5 is now closed, and a lot of you posted some really good remarks there about the discussion for Chapter 5, about the bias behind the facial recognition technology in the artificial intelligence that goes along with that. There is some pretty distressing stuff, and a lot of you commented you had no idea about that, so I'm glad I was able to raise awareness about that. And it's certainly important stuff because it shows you that when you have a faulty sample that you're going to use for your data collection, it can have real dramatic implications for people sometimes, and in this case, some real world social justice issues. So and some of you certainly commented on that pretty thoroughly and pretty pointedly, so I'm glad it kind of fired some of you up, because it shows you how important this stuff is. It's not just something practical we have to worry about when it comes to getting the sample good. It has some real world implications that can do some real harm if you don't do it right. Okay. The next chapter is Chapter 6 there. It's all about research strategies and validity. So it's a two-part chapter there, if you will. The quiz and discussion for that will be due next Friday on the 24th. And do pay careful attention to the content in Chapter 6. It's a lot of table setting for the rest of our course. You are going to be introduced to all of the research strategies that we're going to cover throughout the rest of the course. In fact, if you look at some of the upcoming chapter titles, you'll see a lot of them are labeled a strategy. For example, in this unit here, Chapter 7 is all about the experimental research strategy, but you're also going to see there's a lot of what are called design chapters too. For example, Chapters 8 and 9 are design chapters, and so you're going to learn the difference between a strategy and a design. And you're also going to spend some time in Chapter 6 learning about the important issue of validity. You already learned a little bit about that back in Chapter 3 regarding, the validity of measurement, but there's a whole other type of validity that has to do with your research study itself and how good your results in your study are and how cleanly you can interpret them. And that's going to be, you're going to learn, called internal validity. And there's these things called confounds you're going to learn about that are like really, really important. So definitely please do watch the lecture videos. Please do read the chapter carefully, because it's really going to be important throughout the rest of the course. So when I say this is a table setting chapter, I'm not kidding. It really is. So definitely again, do pay attention there. Let's see here. Other than that, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. We are going to have our live session again this coming Monday, so if you can make it, please do. It would be good to see some of you there. And as I already said just a moment ago, please do watch the lecture videos. They will really help you out, especially in chapters 6 and 7 there. And I do show you some fun stuff in the lecture videos for the next chapter 7, so please do take a look at that. If you need anything, as always, please reach out via email and I'll be glad to get back to you. Otherwise, have a great weekend and I will see you next time.